Welcome to Love Fraud Live. Your partner's lies, manipulation, exploitation, and abuse may have made you want to swear off dating forever. But I assure you, you can recover, and healthy relationships after the sociopath or narcissist are possible. I'm Donna Andersen, author of lovefraud.com, and this is the Zoom event for premium subscribers. Tonight, I'm going to explain why you may have told yourself that you'll never date again and how possibly you can change your mind about that. This Zoom event is being recorded, so you and other subscribers will be able to listen to the audio on your Love Fraud Live podcast feed. So, okay, let's get started. Time and time again, people have told me, I will never date again. Maybe you've said it, and I totally understand. If your romantic partner was a sociopath or a narcissist, you have definitely been betrayed. It's inevitable. The soul-crushing experience of lies, manipulation, exploitation, and perhaps even physical assault leaves you wanting to do nothing but crawl into a cave. Please do not let this awful experience limit the rest of your life. I assure you, you can recover, and healthy relationships after the sociopath or narcissist are possible. The key, as I've said many times here on Love Fraud, is emotional recovery. The work of recovery is messy and takes time, but it is truly worth the effort. So, how do you start? Well, you've already started. You're educating yourself. As a result of your awful relationship, you've learned the hard way that sociopaths exist. Now you need to understand two important truths about them. First, once sociopaths are adults, there is no rehabilitation. There are no drugs and no therapy that will turn these people into normal human beings with a heart and a conscience. Second, sociopaths do not mellow out with age. As they get older, their behavior will be just as bad or worse. Now, here's another important truth that I hope will make you feel better. Nothing you could have done would have made this person treat you any better. Therefore, escaping was the best thing for you to do. These truths are a start. Education provides you with an intellectual understanding of what happened, but true recovery comes from processing your emotional wounds. This means allowing yourself to feel the emotional wounds inflicted by the sociopath and probably other people in your life as well, without trying to stifle the pain. Instead, you allow the pain to come up. You notice where in your body the pain is located, and you acknowledge it. This is called mindfulness. You'll feel discomfort for a while, but then an amazing thing happens. The pain dissipates. Now, the sociopath likely did a lot of mean things to you, so you're walking around with multiple layers of pain. You'll release some, and then later, another layer will rise to the surface. So you keep at it. The more you release, the better you'll feel. After some time, you'll be feeling more centered and balanced. Now, I don't necessarily recommend running out and jumping on a dating site, but I do hope that you can be open to new possibilities in the people that you encounter day to day. Suppose you do feel like you can consider a new relationship. How can you trust yourself to know that it's safe? Well, let's go back to education. Many people who've been romantically involved with sociopaths realized after they learned about personality disorders that they grew up in disordered families. Was that your experience? Perhaps your father was sociopathic and your mother eventually became dispirited, just a shell of her former self. Or perhaps your mother was narcissistic and your father stayed out of the way by working lots of overtime, so he was never there to protect you. Perhaps you grew up with the golden child and scapegoat scenario, where a sibling could do no wrong and you were subjected to ridicule. Or perhaps other family members were abusive and got away with their bad behavior. In any event, there was no love or respect in your family, but you didn't know this because you had nothing to compare it to. As far as you knew, all families were like your family. So when you became romantically involved with someone who behaved just like your mother or father, you thought it was normal. So now you know that perhaps your partner and your family were dysfunctional. But what does a true, healthy, loving relationship look like? Here's a good rule of thumb. Any truly healthy relationship is built on a sturdy foundation of respect. So, what does this mean? If you search the term respect in relationships on the internet, you'll find all kinds of examples and descriptions. These include speaking with honesty and keeping confidences, involving your partner in important decisions, paying attention to your partner when he or she speaks, honoring his or her boundaries, and supporting your partner's choices and desires. Now, sociopaths, you may have noticed, do none of these things. The entire relationship is built on deception and manipulation. They prompt you to confide your deepest secrets and then use them against you. They make all kinds of decisions without your input, like quitting jobs, taking on credit card debt, and remortgaging the house. Your boundaries, especially in the bedroom, may mean nothing. And what you want doesn't matter at all to your sociopathic disordered partner. When you respect your partner, you value him or her as a person and take your partner seriously. Sociopaths view you as an object to be used for their own agenda. There is no respect. When you're still raw after the experience of the sociopath, the safest way forward may seem to be telling yourself, I'll never date again. But it means that the sociopath is still exerting power and control over you. So here's another benefit of working on your emotional recovery. When you're more centered and balanced, you are better able to hear your intuition. And your intuition is absolutely the best defense against getting involved with another sociopath. You deserve better. You deserve to learn from your experience, as painful as it was, and then recover and build a new life. If you commit to working on your emotional recovery, I promise that you can do it.